We are going to make liver and onions. I love offal because these are very underrated parts of the animal. Most of them are highly dense in nutrition, especially the liver. The liver has basically every vitamin that the human body needs, and in higher amounts than anything else. Iron, vitamin K, vitamin A, folate, B12, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, vitamin C is in liver. Fuck oranges, am I right? And this is what it looks like. You can also get full liver, like a whole liver, but then you have to peel the skin. There's like a membrane on it and you gotta peel it or else it'll be really tough. Now, I've never had trouble finding beef liver. Most stores will have it, most butchers will have it. And worst comes to worst, go to an ethnic store like a Chinese store or a Slav store. We will always have it because poor. I'm going to quickly run through the ingredients, and they are posted below as well, because although this recipe is simple, I've been working on it for a couple of years and it does have some unique components. So we're going to need our beef liver. I have like 4 livers in here, an onion, going to need vermouth. You can also use brandy, but try it with vermouth, trust me. Green peppercorns. These are in a brine, so they still have a very fresh taste, and I find the green peppercorns really balance out the kind of pungent nature of liver. It's really good with this. Last week I made a beef broth, so we're going to use some of that broth to do a gravy to pour over the liver and onions. Somewhere around 3/4 of a cup if you're making 4 servings of liver. Oh yeah, and because we're doing a gravy, you're gonna need some butter or bacon fat and flour or a flour substitute. You can use arrowroot, you can use corn flour, just anything to thicken it up a little bit. Step 1 is you should have marinated your liver overnight in cream, and you can throw in some spices to add flavor. I put in a bay leaf and thyme. Now, why do we marinate the liver in cream or milk overnight? A lot of people claim that it actually tenderizes the liver, but I like to do it for its sinister effects. It's a cow liver marinating in its own milk. Step 2, chop your onion. I always make sure to chop my onions with freshly manicured nails, my fingers adorned in overinflated diamonds, to signal that I am a gold-digging harpy and that I do absolutely no labor at home. First thing we're gonna do is brown our onions in some butter. The onions have gotten pretty brown. Diversity is their strength. And here's a trick that the Chinese use. Add a little alcohol, in this case, a splash of our vermouth. This actually makes the onions more crispy. I don't know how it works. The alcohol just preserves the texture of the raw onion. I love it. So try that out. Take the onions out. All the vermouth has evaporated. And we're gonna set this aside and use it as our garnish. Now be sure to use the same pan for your gravy. We want all that good stuff and good flavor that's already in the pan incorporated in our gravy. The pan has been turned down to a lower heat. I'm going to make gravy for about 4 servings of liver, okay? Obviously just reduce the amount of everything if you're making a single serving. 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, depending on what thickener you're using, I'm using arrowroot, so I'm gonna do like a teaspoon because it actually thickens things up pretty significantly. But if you're using flour or cornstarch or potato starch, you probably need 2 teaspoons, maybe even 3. This is about 10 seconds of our arrowroot thickener cooking with the butter. You want to keep it on a low heat because you don't want to burn it, but you also do want to cook it slightly before you add your liquids, or else you will taste your thickening agent in your gravy, and nobody wants that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and splash a little vermouth in. You see how fast the arrowroot gets thick? So you can add your bone broth at this point. Pro tip, if you warm up your bone broth beforehand, you're less likely to have clumps in the gravy. And so once it's looking smooth like this, you can add some of your green peppercorns. Again, that's to taste. That's probably half a tablespoon. So I will say, although the arrowroot is gluten-free, and same with the cornstarch, you will get more of this kind of Asian sauce glaze mouthfeel to it. I still prefer flour as a thickener over anything else for my gravies, but I know a lot of you guys are like keto and stuff, so I'm gonna use the arrowroot for this example. And as usual, salt it, pepper it, and I think we are done. Do not overcook your liver. We will be searing it like a steak really quick on each side. A lot of the reason why people don't like liver is they overcook it. Once you overcook liver, it becomes like, you know, people say it's like a shoe. That's because you've overcooked it. You want it medium rare to rare in the middle. So yeah, I'll show you how to do that. Got my pan really hot. I'm just gonna do one liver at a time. I've salted and peppered the side that I'm going to be searing. You wanna plop it down. Having the salt and pepper on that side also helps prevent it from sticking. Don't touch meat after you put it on a hot surface, because that's how you ruin it. Just let it be. It's a small piece, so I've given it 20 seconds, and then you flip. Look at that, look how pretty that is. Okay, it's been 20 seconds. It's gonna cook like while it's on the plate because liver is so thin and delicate. There you have it, liver and onions with green peppercorn, vermouth, beef bone broth gravy, and I'm gonna sit down and eat this because I'm starving and I'm really low iron, so this is a lifesaver for me. See, I like my liver pretty rare because it maintains its amazing creamy nature. The more you cook it, the less creamy it will be. So keep that in mind, and please give liver a try. It's an amazing food, and yeah, stay healthy, stay Slav. Mm.